Grant seems to start with injuries, but bring us up to speed on how Jordi device is, please.
Jordi's had a scan. He's just nicked the scar tissue in his calf, so he hasn't. Fortunately for us, he hasn't re-damaged it too badly. But he's going to be a couple of weeks. Reece Burke has aggravated his other calf. He's probably going to be 3 weeks. I think that's it, really. You're right. John's felt his hamstring, not too bad, just a small grade. Again, maybe a couple of weeks.
Right. How tough start when you've waited for so long for the Jordi and Reece to come back as your first choice pairing, and now they're out again?
I mean, it's tough. It's never easy losing players, but we can't keep dwelling on it. We have to get on with it. We have to focus on the group we have. We need to get the positivity back into the building. You know, the boys have trained well since the Barnsley defeat, and we're looking forward to this game. You
look at the lads that have come in. Matthew Penton did pretty well the other night. They cut off the line, and Sean McLaughlin came on and did it well as well. You've plenty of faith in those. Yeah, I mean,
we've got faith in all the players here, and it's very easy to lose faith when you haven't won games, but we've got faith in them. You know, we know what they can do. We stick by them. We believe in them. And again, we look forward to it.
Any fresh concerns from Wednesday
night? No, everyone's fine. Everybody else is fine. Everyone else has come through the game, but a couple of little knocks and niggles, but they've trained this week.
King Lewis Potter, is he back in the fold?
He trained today, maybe a little bit too soon for him, the game, because obviously he hasn't trained for a couple of weeks. So, but he was out on the training pitch today.
You'll welcome back Malik Wilkes, of course. How big a day is this for him coming up against Leeds at this time?
He's looking forward to it. I spoke to Malik. He's looking forward to the game. I think he's had a really positive start to his Hull City career, and he's a threat because he's quick, he's strong, he's direct. He's scoring goals. He's in good form. He's getting fitter as well. You know, you have to remember when he come to us, he hadn't played for a while. And neither had Madison really, so we had to get them up to speed, and I feel as if Malik in particular is looking good.
Does Malik have an extra motivation against Leeds? Does any player when they come up against the road team?
I think everyone has. I think we're all looking forward to the game. You know, we know where we are. We don't need to dwell on it. We've been disappointed in the last 9 games, and we want to put a stop to it. We want to make sure we get our identity back. I think we, you know, I said to you after the game, I just didn't enjoy the way we've seen us play, and of course that's down to me. I'm the manager, but we need to get back to getting about people, getting in their faces, playing with energy, playing with fervour, playing with reaction. Because you know, sometimes then you can hold your hands up if you lose the game to a better team, but at least you know you've given everything you have.
I think the word you used the other night was placid about that first half. You can't often say that about your team in the first.
No, I don't, and it hurt me saying that really, but it was just a bit reactive in terms of what we were doing. We're a bit slow in everything we done. We didn't get about them enough, so you know we've switched the light on now, and it's hopefully going to stay on for the rest of the season in terms of the way we want to approach games.
How much is that sort of the performance that you saw in that first half down to people that haven't got the confidence that they used to have? They haven't got the same belief that they used to have a couple of months ago.
Confidence is a big thing in football, but you just gotta. We get paid to do a job. It's like any walk of life. You get paid to do a job, and you've got to roll your sleeves up and you've got to fight. And that's what we intend to do now. You know, from now to the end of the season. You know, we'll be written off, and rightly so. We'll have our critics. We'll have everybody want to get on top of us and tell us what we're doing wrong. But that's the game of football, isn't it? It's about opinions, and at the minute, what we're doing is not enough. It's not good enough. We know that, and we have to change it. So, you know, the sign of madness is doing the same thing and never getting the same result. So, there'll be some changes to the way we approach the game.
How have you dealt with the group this week? Is it carrot or stick? Because it can be quite difficult.
A bit of both. Some home truths as the weeks went on, to be honest, and I think hopefully it's hit home to a few, because there's a lot of people with different things to achieve from now to the end of the season. So whatever the motive is, or whatever they're looking to do for themselves, now's the time to do it. So like I say, it's going to be a good game. The stadium's going to be quite full. You know, it's live on TV. I said to the boys myself, I'd love to play in it myself. You know, it's a great occasion for everyone. And the other thing you got to remember as well is, you know, these people like the captain Eric out and Tom Eves, and speaking about Angus MacDonald, hasn't played in 2 years. You know, we want to try and do it for them. You know, because they can't play a part for us at the minute. And we got to make sure we work for them, and everyone's in the same boat on that.
It's only natural at times like this, confidence does suffer, and I touched upon it the other night, but George Long seems to epitomise without picking on him. How do you deal with George? Do you have to put your arm around him? Is he that type of character?
No, he's made probably, in my opinion, 2 big mistakes all season, which is very little for a goalkeeper. So, like I said to you before, George Long is a top keeper, and he'll continue to be a top keeper.
Do you think they look a fragile group at the minute?
Well, we did against Barnsley, yeah. Now, if you think back to the game before that, and the one before that, we scored 4 against Swansea, and we had a tremendous performance. Well, not a tremendous, but a good performance away at Preston, and possibly should have come away at least a point. So look, the game's gone. It's done. It's dusted. We can't focus on it anymore. We got beat fair and squarely against Barnsley. We have to approach every game now in a positive frame of mind, and that's what we will do.
You spoke about people like Eric missing. Do you think you miss senior figures in the dressing room at times like this?
No, because they're here anyway. Right. They're at every game, and they're around the changing room and around the building. And what do you class as experience, or what do you class as that? You know, we've got players that's played a lot of games, and we've got a good changing room. So it's about everyone now making sure we know where we are. Of course we do. The reality's probably hit home a little bit. So now we need to make sure we knuckle down.
You spoke the other night about bravery. Do you see enough brave characters in your squad?
One thing I'm about, and I think have been as a manager in the 4 years I've been a manager, is I like my teams to take risks, and I feel as if in the last 7, 8, 9 games we haven't taken any risks. We haven't been brave enough. We haven't taken the risk. And what I mean about taking risks is not suicide or kamikaze football. Is step past somebody, break a line, you know, go and take somebody on, be brave in your play, and you know, if you lose it, the only thing we ever ask of you is that reaction. So we've been working hard on that.
When you look at that bottom sort of 7, 8, 9 teams, do you have a point set in mind that you think you need to get to?
Not particularly. We're just on to the next game now. I think it's very clear that everyone can see what you need to achieve what you want to achieve in this league. But our next focus is Leeds. We want to make sure we give a really good account of ourselves against a team who went through a little sticky patch themselves, and have come back fighting and won 3 games, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And that's the fine margin in this league. You know, we've lost games by the odd goal. They've won them by the odd goal. So, you know, who's to say Josh McGuinness's chance goes in the other night against Barnes is a different game, possibly. And that's the fine margins.
This, if it is a relegation scrap now, do you think the teams down there, they're mentally prepared for this, whereas yourselves, you've been looking at the top 6 all season, and then all of a sudden it becomes a different challenge, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you prepare yourself differently. You know, you just don't accept things, and it's we'll never accept things. You know, I'll let other people make their opinions in that, and voice their opinions in that. For us, we'll stay focused. We'll stay away from all the negativity, and we'll focus on what we know we can do. You know, and that's all we can do. You know, we can't take everyone's opinion and take it to heart, because that's football. All we can do is focus on our next game, and the next game is Leeds. We know it's going to be very, very tough, but it's a big challenge. And if you look at us this season, we've caused a lot of upsets. No one gives us a chance, by the way, in this game, and rightly so. We haven't won for 9, but we've had some upsets this year against some of the big teams, and we'll look to do that again.
In that sense, is it a good fixture for you, because no one will give you, there'll be no expectations, will there?
Yeah, I mean, every game's tough in this league, like I always say to you, but this is, you know, like I say, I don't think anyone has any hopes on us winning this game outside of this building, you know, and the boys are in a really good place. They don't get too, like I said to you before, they don't get too down, you know. They know where they haven't performed. They know they haven't done what we asked them to do. We know we haven't done well enough, but there's always another game to rectify it, and it comes quick.
I think you said the other night this is the worst known as a player and manager. How are you coping with it?
I'm fine. I'm a strong person. I've got a strong family behind me. I believe in myself. I believe in this group. And we'll look to try and get back to winning ways.
Do you have to develop a thick skin as a manager or head coach? What?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I think that's just the way it is. I think everyone's going to have a perceptive of you and a perception of you. And make opinions on you. But for me, I know what I'm about. I know what this team's about. We'll come out the other side fighting.
Do you feel under pressures?
I don't know what pressure is really. I don't really know what you mean by that. I just focus on my job as it happens, and pressure for me is making sure my family and my kids are right.
Because I guess my point is when you're pushing for the top six, you're the king around the place, and then all of a sudden people want to knock you when you're not doing so well. That's all.
That's life, isn't it? That's football. Like I said to you, we've held our hands up. We haven't been good for the last 9 games. But what are we going to do? Are we just going to accept that and fall away, or are we going to dig in and grind and fight and work for the next win? And that's what we'll do.
How do you see this challenge of Leeds? That you mentioned that no one will give you a chance, but when you played them earlier in the season, you did a pretty good number on them. Yeah,
but we lost, didn't we?
Well,
yeah, so we lost the game. So we didn't do that good of a number on them. It's going to be tough. They're a good team. They've got their mojo back a little bit. They'll bring a big following. They'll expect to win. So they've got their own sort of pressures on that. For us, we'll just go and enjoy the game. We'll play with a smile on our face. We'll play on the front foot. We'll play with energy. If we get beat, we get beat. But this team's going to give it the best go.
Because one win changes absolutely everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does change everything. One win can give you a wee bit more confidence and a bit of belief back into the group. And that's what we're trying to do.